Welcome back, Andrew here with Ambient Endeavors, and today we're talking about a guitar brand whose roots really go back to the 50s and 60s. A brand that was popular for student model type guitars, for beginning instruments back then. They had some really interesting kind of somewhat quirky, fun models. I even remember at a guitar shop when I was growing up seeing one of their models that had an amplifier built right into the guitar case. So kind of some interesting guitars from back in the day, and while they are played by many and kind of beloved, there's a cult following to some of those old ones. There's definitely their share of quirks, kind of nuances and things that make the originals pretty hard to play or inconsistent or unreliable. So Silvertone has started to reintroduce and reissue some of these models, and they sent over the 1303 and the 1478, and we are going to check out both of those, compare and contrast the sounds and the specs. You'll get to hear sounds from both of them back to back in a few different contexts. And then the aim is to make a decision. I got to pick one of them. So they told me to send one of them back and pick the one, keep the one that I like the most. So drop me a comment below as you're watching the video. Let me know which one you'd pick if you had to pick one. And let me know any other questions or anything you have. Hit subscribe if you enjoy this video, enjoy the channel. I really appreciate the support, and let's dive in. So we'll start with the 1303. This is a model you've maybe seen in a couple videos. I've used it in a few videos since getting it, and it is a really cool, really vibey little guitar. The body shape is pretty small. It's kind of like a miniaturized Les Paul of sorts, flat back and front. They're bolt-on necks. It's a 25-inch scale. You have these two lipstick pickups, which offer a really unique sound and tone, a lot of clarity and a lot of sparkle. On both of these instruments, the feel and the fit and finish, the fret ends and things like that are really, really impressive for a guitar at this price point. And I think that's sort of a nod to the refinement and the improvements they've made on these guitars as they've reissued them. So this one is mahogany body, mahogany neck with a rosewood fretboard, 12-inch fretboard radius, 3-way toggle, and you have this stacked volume and tone for each pickup here. Moving on to the 1478. This is sort of a offset vibe guitar, as you can see. Two single coil pickups. They reverse engineered the original pickups from this model and rewired them with modern technology and modern wiring and things, and so these are supposed to sound really similar to the originals. Some really cool growl and bite to these pickups. You have independent volumes for each of the pickups, independent tones for each of the pickups on knobs here, which is kind of interesting. You have the 3-way toggle here as well. This one is stated to have maple top and back with mahogany body, mahogany neck, and a rosewood fretboard as well, and the 12-inch radius on this one too. The 1478 actually has a 24.5-inch scale length, so it's a slightly smaller scale length than the 1303. The 1478 also has the Bigsby here too, and a tune-o-matic bridge. Both these guitars are made in Indonesia. They both have C-style neck shape, really comfortable. And like I said, the fret ends and a lot of the fit and finish, the QC on these guitars seems really, really good. The price points are pretty incredible on these guitars. So the 1303 is listed at $399. The 1478 here is $499. and so still really approachable for virtually any player that wants to pick one of these up. So there you go. That's an overview of the specs of both of these guitars. We're going to dive into a sound sample section where you get to hear each of them in different settings: clean, dirty, more ambient affected settings, and get to see how they compare side by side. I'm running through some effects for the sound samples. I've got a Bondi compressor and Delmar overdrive for just a light touch of texture. And then I'm also using a Strymon Volante and Cloudburst reverb at different points, and running that into a UA Dream for my amplifier. Check it out. So there you go. That's a bunch of sounds that you can hear from both the 1303 and the 1478, these new reissued models from Silvertone guitars. And I gotta be honest, it's gonna be a really hard decision for me to pick one of these two. I think they're pretty different as far as tones go. Well, the feel of them is fairly similar thanks to body size, scale length, and neck shape and such. I found the 1303 to have a really nice sparkle, really nice clarity for cleans, and even when you added gain to it, it had a cool texture and character with those lipstick pickups. Conversely, this 1478 is just kind of a growly beast, but in a cool way. So I'm torn between the sparkly cleans of the 1303 and the character and the grit and kind of the hair of this 1478. There definitely seems to be more sustain from the 1303, just due to the through body bridge, whereas the Bigsby on the 1478 here just gives it a little bit less sustain, a little bit duller attack there. Both guitars just have a really cool vibe too. They're a nice diversion from your more mainstream guitar brands. The models, the scale lengths, the styles, and the pickups are just really unique and interesting, whether it be the sparkly lipsticks or the growly single coils in this one. And I think Silvertone's really nailing whatever manufacturing and QC processes they've got in place. For the price, especially, these guitars came in, they played and sounded really nice. The fit and finish were great. The feel and all that were awesome. So I've been really impressed on that side of things. And I think they're definitely worth checking out, whether it be these two models or some of the other ones they're offering. Thanks to Silvertone for sending these over. It's been fun to get to play both of them. Thank you guys for watching. Please drop a comment below if you've got any questions or if you want to help weigh in on the decision making. I'm probably going to need your help to figure out which one of these to keep. Check back for more videos with whichever one sticks around, and thanks for watching. Take care.